So back to what I do. So, well, it was a lot easier when I worked at a car dealership. So I used to work at a car dealership, and I worked there for about a year or two. It was fantastic. I want to talk about sales with you later, because I think sales is probably the biggest thing that I've learned. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just when you taper off to the side.
Okay, yeah. But I think sales is the biggest thing that I learned in my very young life. But I left there, and now I just do different things. I like to call it real estate. That's the word I use, because I do have a few properties that I take care of, and then I have the Airbnb business as well. So I do a bunch of different things, but that's not what defines me. What defines me is my ambition, is my mindset. I think so. The willingness to always learn. That no matter where I am in the room, I think we talked about this earlier, I'm always looking to learn from the people. No matter how much you know, you could be whoever. It doesn't matter. You could be a billionaire. You could be someone. There's always something that you have to offer for me that I can learn, because I can use that information. And I think we definitely did talk about this. I can use that information coupled with the information that I have, and then kind of have a debate with myself in my head. Okay, so this is what he's saying. This is what I know. How much is this? How much of this can I use? And then I try it out, and then I learn from there. Right?
Adding a percent of what someone says to your life is only going to better you. You don't have to be a duplicate of whoever told you.
Exactly.
We don't need a bunch of robots walking around.
And
wealthy people they're not cookie cutter. What they've done is, to get where they are, they take the best piece of knowledge from 100 different people in better positions than themselves and add that to their life, being the best version of themselves, not being a duplicate of their role model.
And I think that's probably the biggest thing that's happening right now, especially in our age, where there's so much information out there. There's so many things happening out there that we just take it, and we become that information. So we take it, we don't analyze it, we don't think about where is this coming from. The person who told me this, what is his intent in telling me and giving me this information? They just take it, and then they just act. And then you have a bunch of robots, a bunch of like Andrew Tate-esque kind of people, where they just get that information, they just spew it back. They just,
without processing,
without, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not what success is. Success is getting the information, because everybody's unique. I have a skill that you don't have, you have a skill that I don't have. Everybody has skills that we don't have. It's when you can utilize the skills that you have to the best of their capabilities that you become.
Let me interject here real quick. He wasn't picking on anyone around Andrew Tate. What he's saying is, Andrew Tate has a message. If all you do is take what he says and just regurgitate it, you're not actually listening to what the person who delivered the message said. Yeah, so we're not pro or con towards Andrew Tate's. Yeah, it has nothing to do. He just threw out a name.
Yeah,
it's what you do with the knowledge. Do you add that to your knowledge bank and then create something better for yourself, or do you just repeat what he or she said without knowing what it meant?
It doesn't matter who it is. It could be Warren Buffett. It could be whoever.
Yes.
If Warren Buffett gives you advice, listen to it, yes, but is that what you want to do? Do you even want to be an investor? Or do you utilize that information with what you enjoy doing, and then use that principle? It's the principles of the things that they tell you. You know what I mean? The words you tell me, there's words, but there's also meanings and substance behind it, right? You regurgitate that substance, and then you're like, okay, well, this is me. I'm George. What am I going to do with this information? How can I utilize this information to get me the furthest ahead? You know what I mean? And that's what I try to do in all my interactions. That's what I try to do with life, essentially. And so far, it's been a short journey, but it's been working, and people have been telling me that this is the best way to go about it. And I've been utilizing it. I've been looking at the world from this framework, from this perspective, and it's I want to say that I'm happier for it. It's a journey for sure. It's an adventure.